Moving on to, well, let's stick with Sony. I mean, there's a lot of Sony stuff we're talking about this time. But speaking of games, let's talk about their new PlayStation hits.
That happened.
That's pretty much it. So the information, I mean, it's on there. It's
like the greatest hits on PS3.
Yeah, and
they do it
PlayStation
every
2.
generation.
Yeah. But which is interesting is they're actually called PlayStation hits, not the greatest hits.
That is interesting. You're right.
So I don't know if
they also that was Xbox had platinum hits, right?
They had platinum.
So, yeah,
yep,
yeah.
Platinum. This is interesting because I mean these games, obviously they're all big games. Little Big Planet 3, I was surprised to see that on there actually. The reason I said that is I kept thinking that was a PlayStation 3 game. But no, it was big.
It was on both.
Yeah, that's right. Played it.
What do you think of the lineup for their initial offerings for PlayStation hits?
A lot of good games on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got Bloodborne. They got the Yakuzas.
I'd pick Uncharted 4 up again for $20.
I mean, honestly, I'm looking at Last of Us Remastered because I just played it on PS3. Uncharted 4.
Ratchet & Clank is great if you didn't tag it for PlayStation Plus.
I would get this because it comes with the whole thing.
Is that a whole thing?
The whole thing? You mean
I
like...
thought it was Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain.
Well, what is included with the whole thing?
I don't know. I thought there was extra stuff that I didn't have.
This is the fifth one.
Maybe it's the other game that's like 3 hours long.
No, that's
Ground Zeroes.
Yeah,
that was Ground Zeroes. That's something else. I just want an excuse to buy it again, or
Well,
not buy it again. Sorry, play it again. I would never buy it again, even though I said I'd probably get it.
But there's that game that eludes me, Doom. $20.
There it is. We were just talking about Doom.
Yakuza 0, I hear, is really good.
Did you play Killzone Shadowfall?
Yeah, I did.
You were into Killzone. How was that one? Hold
That
up.
was good, I guess. I like the older Killzones, I think.
I played
In retrospect.
I played Second Son, Infamous Second Son, and I thought it was
Platinum
great.
Second Son.
I'm surprised they didn't try to bring Resistance back.
I platinumed Second Son, and I platinumed Last Light, I think it was. The one with the girl.
I bought
It's not on this list. Doesn't count.
No, it was a DLC.
I bought Yakuza Kiwami on Black Friday, $15, and I barely played it. So it's kind of, now that it's dropped to $20, it's kind of a waste of money.
So these are going to be released as physical and on the PSN store for the same price.
Well,
Permanent price of $20.
Permanent, huh?
What do you think of that price, though? Do you think that's most of these games are worth $20, or do you think they should be a little bit lower?
No, I think that's a good price.
Oh, it's got that ugly little bar on the top. I don't like that.
Take $5 off.
Take $5 off.
Battlefield 4, I play the crap out of.
Well, I got that one.
Drive Club. That's what it's about.
If you had, what was it? Was it Battlefield 3? And then you on PS3, and then when you got that, you got the code to.
No, it was Battlefield 4.
Yeah, that's
Battlefield
what.
4
Yeah,
came
yeah.
out the same year.
That's what it was. Because that was I think that and Tomb Raider were my first game on PS4.
I'm pretty sure some of these games have already hit like $20 before.
It also hit PlayStation Plus, like Bloodborne, Drive Club,
Yeah.
Infamous.
Free to play.
Not Killzone, I don't think.
I haven't seen Killzone.
Ratchet and Clank, Little Big Planet 3 maybe hit PlayStation Plus.
Yes, we played that.
Yeah, we played that for free Friday.
Yep.
So I don't know how great of a deal this is, but it's because I'm not sure if those price drops were permanent, were like where they were at for a long time.
I feel like Uncharted reached that like Black Friday.
Well, I mean, yeah, they probably reached it, but like I think Uncharted 4 has been kind of steady at like that $40-$50 range for a while actually. So it's probably
a good deal for that.
For that game.
That's something I would pick up.
And you get the multiplayer.
I feel like there's no need for a PlayStation Hits label where you just drop it $20 unless without.
Well, that's what's odd
because you can just drop the actual game to $20.
Because what
if it's not at that point?
Like, I mean, I got the greatest hit sort of
thing. Well, you gotta look at it too, where with holiday coming up, if you're buying a PS4, like these will probably be front and center.
Right.
Like, hey, I got all these games for $20.
That's true.
So I'm boycotting because of Fortnite though, so I won't be doing that.
We're buying platinum hits on Xbox 360.
We're just gonna go buy Xbox Ones right now, right after this. Trade in our PlayStation 4s.
Yeah, what's the trading value now?
$20.
Not $20.
GameStop
PlayStation
going
hit.
under. GameStop's going under.
Cancel my pre-orders. I'm really worried about that. Oh, we're not even at the topic yet.
Let's transition.
Well, no, was there a PS Now thing? Was that something we were talking about?
That's the next topic.
Okay.
We can transition that. This was, I guess, a low, quick topic. But this is interesting because they're sticking with their console generation.
Yes.
Yeah, celebrating? I don't know.
It's a victory lap.
Victory lap. That's it. We'll call it that. This is their victory lap. All these are good games. They look great. I want to play them. I want to get them. $20. Good call. And they could drop lower than that if there's like a sale, even though it says permanent, but you never know.
Wasn't Drive Club kind of dull? Like, it didn't have much content?
Never played it.
I think Project Cars is probably the better racer that's on here.
Yeah. And Street Fighter
Clearly,
5,
Street Fighter is the better
racer. And Street Fighter 5 was kind of...
Meh.
Yeah.
I heard the
I never played
arcade version was better. You got more characters and stuff like that. Which is actually someone made a comment about, because this is $20, but the arcade version was either like at one point like lower than that, and you get more for your buck.
Gotcha.
So that's interesting. I think the anniversary edition, 30th anniversary edition, should be $20 on this.
So what games would you recommend on this list?
Clearly, Last of Us,
Second Son.
Uncharted 4,
And
I never
Bloodborne. Only ones... I've played Bloodborne, Last of Us, Second Son, and Yakuza Kiwami, but I haven't barely played Yakuza Kiwami.
Bloodborne I have waiting on my PlayStation for the fall, Halloween.
It's just right in there. He's not going to touch it until it's time for
Or
Halloween.
maybe I'll just buy it for $20 and save
Don't
some
do
hard
it.
drive space.
Don't do it. I
Ratchet
can
and-
lend you mine.
Ratchet and Clank I really enjoyed. Infamous Second Son I enjoyed. Bloodborne I enjoyed what I played of it. Uncharted 4 was good. A little bit long on the tooth, but good. And then Last of Us is a masterpiece, so... Yeah.
Moving on. Let us know what you think of these titles and the idea that PlayStation Hits and or Greatest Hits is coming back to the PlayStation brand. Or
And should they change the name?
yeah, to Greatest Hits. I don't know. It's Greatest Hits, that was always PlayStation only though, right? There wasn't like they had Greatest Hits for third-party games, right?
Maybe.
There was Greatest Hits for third-party games. So these are going to be PlayStation. Yeah,
Same
but
with the Platinum games.
they have Doom on all the
Oh,
other
yeah,
ones.
they had Assassin's Creed.
But they have
Greatest Hits.
Battlefield on and all the other
Yeah.
consoles.
So
Yeah.
this name change does not make
Metal Gear
sense.
Solid.
I want to
It's
boycott.
just probably the ones that they consider the big hits
No.
of Sony's PlayStation.
They just want you to...
Yakuza, I don't know if
And
that's...
it's also what the actual publishers are willing to drop to that price.
So they're going to have this, but PlayStation Hits kind of tricks the consumer's parents' minds into thinking, oh, my son and or daughter can only get this on PlayStation. Yeah. Not knowing any better, just because it says PlayStation Hits. So they're going to be like, I got to buy a PlayStation.
It's all marketing.
Yeah,
but
it's all marketing.
Big thing about Battlefield 4, if anybody wants to go back to like a current type of shooter, Battlefield 4.
Battlefield 4.
Battlefield
Because Battlefield
5.
1 was World War 1, and Battlefield 5 is going to be World War 2. So if you want a modern shooter, Battlefield 4 is the one to get.
This is one where they knock down the building.
Yep.
It's a good time. Oh, you jump off the building, too.
And then they build
Yep.
stuff. And
And
then
also
becomes
in my
Fortnite.
single
That's
player
fifth one.
save 4 times.
Yeah?
Yeah. When the PS4 first rolled out, that was like a big bug that they were having with Battlefield 4. It hit my single player save 4 times.
You tried 4
I
times.
tried 4 times.
I would have been so mad.
I got really far the one time too. I was like, son of a...
Well, that's why it's called Battlefield 4.
So never again.
Anywho.
Then you tried 3 times.
I just played multiplayer. No. The long save was like the 3rd time.
Oh, okay.
I was like one of those things I was trying to marathon through. I was just like, I'm too tired. And then I came back like the day or two later. I was like, and it was gone. I was like...
You should have played it like those old retro consoles. Which games did that where you had to like keep it on overnight because it didn't have a save file? You had to
I
beat
just
it one go.
eventually ended
Nintendo?
up watching the YouTube cutscenes. I was like, I'm so done with this.
Interesting. All right, let us know what you thought down in the comments below.